What's up, boys? We're gonna be doing this in a couple different cuts. Number one here. Yeah, you're just gonna be seeing a lot of this. Could talk about the team, it's pretty shit. Yeah, got choked up there. Dealing with some acne. It's pretty bad. Let's see. Talk about the shitty team. Mariota, okay. Goff, okay. Bucky Irving, first week back, full health, like 15 points, great. Monty, 10 points, not great. Fuck me. Can't talk. Try not to start this video over again. Try not to go blow my nose. Fuck me. Fuck this. I really want to start this shit over again. You're plugging into one of your shit. Alright, come on an adventure. And we're back, boys and girls. Monty, 10 points, not great. We don't have Ceedeez Lamb anymore. We do have Devontae Adams, who got me like almost 20 points. 19.8. I believe we had Pittman on bye. So we had Jennings in there, and I think Jennings got me like 10 points or something. Then we had somebody else. Who the fuck else do we have in there? I don't know. We had I don't think it was Quentin Johnston. I don't think it was Pittman. Oh, we had somebody else in there. Shitty points, like 2 or 3 points. It was not great. Could have been Pittman. May have been Pittman. Then we had the double tight end strat again because we have nobody on our bench. So we had Kittle and we got like 10 or 12, and then we had, or 9 or 10, I don't know. Then we had Goddard get us like 5 points, which was not great. Defense got us -2. Punter, I think he got us like 10 points, 8 points, something like that. And then we also had our kicker. I think he got us like 6 or something points. So it's like 117, 18 points total. I'm not going to win shit. Weren't the lowest score, which was nice. We do have a couple of zeros. We have 2 rolling in from last week. We have this one coming in from this week as well. So join it up to be a total of 3. That's why you guys are going to see a couple of different cuts of me drinking beers. Kind of just going to be coming in and out throughout the night. Drink a beer. Go do some shit. Drink another beer. Go do some shit. I really don't want to just be chugging 3 beers here on camera consecutively. It'd be a 30-minute video. And I don't really want to sit down for 30 minutes and just drink beer. Talk to a fucking phone. So I'm going to cut these out, hopefully in about 4 or 5 minute increments. We're already behind on this first one. We had that weird adventure going on at the beginning, but we already opened up the beer on camera. We ain't drinking 4 beers tonight. Not that kind of night. Ooh, this one's fucking eating me. Eating me up. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more composed in the second one. I think we'll have Inomar sip. Look on a big wave, man. Pretty good. Not bad. Been getting into these recently. Been drinking a lot. They're a lot heavier than Corona, even though I think they're less alcohol by volume. But mahalo for enjoying responsibilities. Oh, enjoy responsibly. I'm retarded. It's all right. They'll say, oh shit. Oh, it was Pittman, by the way. Went and looked it up. It's Pittman, he got me like 1.4. And then it was Boswell, he got me like 1. And my punter, Borquist, I don't even know how to say his name. He got me like 5. Didn't really look at that part, but those were some of the guys that I left out on the last one or didn't know. Oh, also Mariota got like 23. So yeah, not as bad as I thought. Not 17. So hey, I don't know. My shit 6th, 7th round quarterback, whatever, 5th, 6th, 7th round quarterback, and my waiver wire pickup quarterback putting up 20 and 23 points. So I realistically cannot be all that mad, but yeah, still not in it winning anything. I mean, we've won like 2 or 3 games this year. One of them was against Owen, fraudulent team. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Who else? I don't know. I got Garvey this week. Not very excited about it. I think I'm going to give him his 2nd win of the year. I think I'm going to go into the shitty offseason with 3 wins, 2 or 3 wins, whatever I got right now. So I think I'm 3-10, which is really sad. I mean, Alex is 4-9, so not that bad. He beat me one of those weeks, I think. So who knows? I don't know, man. We're just kind of waiting for the off season, trying to figure it out. I don't know. I might just try to trade back. Like back. I just, having that early slot just puts you in such a disadvantage, because once you get to like round 5 or 6, it doesn't really matter where you are in the order. But round 1 and 2, like, yeah, you want the opportunity to get a Jamar Chase or a CeeDee Lamb or a, whoever it was this year who ended up being great, Jahmyr Gibbs or something like that. I don't know, but you want that ability to get that guy, but realistically, getting a wide receiver and maybe a quarterback, or getting a wide receiver running back in that 6 to 15-ish range is just so much more beneficial than getting 1 and then 20. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just hard to judge it. And I had 2 and 19 or whatever it was. So, I had a little bit more grace in it, but I don't know. It's just last couple of years I've had 1 and 2. I started off on the 7th spot. I think I went to the 8th spot. I went to the 1st spot, then the 2nd spot. So I mean, I've never been in the middle. I've never been 4, 5, 6, and that's where I want to be. I want to be 4 and 5. I think that's perfection, honestly, in most leagues. Puts you at a really big advantage. You get that top 5 guy, and you get that 15 spot, so you're getting really good 1 and 2. Now, you might have to waste it on a quarterback in this league, but I don't know. It's just, I'm talking for way too long. I got a drink. A little bit of spillage. Not drinking as much, boys. Believe it or not drinking a whole lot anymore. Mainly just whenever I'm hanging out with friends, doing punishments. I don't know. Dropped some weight. Gotta be happy about that. Down to, I think the lowest I got was 151. But I think right now I'm sitting at probably like 155, 156. Maybe a little bit more after this beer. Some dinner I just had, so. But we're hovering just under that 160 range, so that's nice. I'd like to be about 165 with a couple more pounds of muscle, so maybe gotta start hitting the gym. I don't know. Gotta maybe prepare for some running. Got the good old elliptical and stationary bike downstairs in the basement, so might have to kick that bitch back out and get the legs working, because we might not only have the Hot Ones Challenge. I think we've got that one clinched up, because I'm pretty sure it's only throughout the portion of the season, or the regular season. There we go. I think it just goes through the regular season, but I think Ryan would have to get like 2 or 3, so it's not happening. Oh. We're doing so good for so long. The middle part of that season, we were not getting any zeros, but I think it also really put us at a big disadvantage because we got so many really low scores early on. We had a couple 90s, and then we had a couple zeros in those 90s. So it was like I was paying low score. I was also paying for zeros with some beers. Like, it was just punishment after punishment, and I was tired of doing that shit. So I think I just really held on to just not being lowest score, which I think I've only done once or twice this year, which is nice. But fuck me, dude. Just the season got away from me. And to be honest, I don't think any of the trades, looking back on it, would have really helped, except for maybe Jesse's like week 1 or 2. That one I really fucked up on. And honestly, I think the trade I made was a really solid trade. Like, Javonte Williams was doing pretty poor for a couple weeks. I never really give a shit about when Bucky Irving came back. I just needed him to come back before the postseason in our league, so week 15 and 16. So even if he was out this week, I wouldn't have cared. As long as he came back next week, that's all I gave a shit about, because Javonte Williams get me 10 points. Fuck all. God damn, dude. Monty gets me 10 points almost every week. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I needed somebody who, while in, gonna get me fucking points every single week. And the Buccaneers are one to just constantly use their running backs, and Bucky Irving is the best fucking running back on the Buccaneers. So we had the backup, Sean Tucker or whatever his name was. I don't know. We had him for a bit. This one's going to be our middle video, so it's going to be a little longer, just kind of bullshitting and drinking some beer. We'll try to make the last one a little bit shorter, like 4 or 5 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. Just very interesting how this year played out. Jesse pretty much played the exact same strategy he had last year. I'll see how it works out. Mikey always seems to be extremely competitive, even though every single time we leave draft night, I'm like, what the fuck was he even doing? He's got the worst team known to man. Not this year, but I don't know. I just never think Mikey's team is very strong, and then it just turns out to be like yeah, everybody's just going to show up every single week, constantly. I don't know. I think we might just go back to the 2 running back strat. I mean, in this league, we probably have to go round 2 quarterback. So it might honestly be, I might just start it early and just go pick somebody big balls. Josh Allen, Drake May next year. Round 1, 1 or 2. No, the whole league would love that. I don't know. It really depends on the punishments. Punishments weren't really that bad this year. Chicken mile and then fucking beer mile. It's not 4 beers. I'll do it in 20 minutes. Been talking throughout all of this. I'm also not going to be drinking Konas. I'll probably just take some Busch Lights and smash them. I wonder if I could do a beer bong. Like, I might honestly just pull out an old beer bong and just, hey, load me up. I might run the first 1 or 2, and then that second one I'm going to be slowing down about halfway through, and I'll probably walk the remaining 2 if I lose the league. But that's not even the hard one. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I also am not terribly too scared about the Hot Ones challenge. It's going to be hot. I'm going to be dying. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, man, I'm going to be like the best thing ever in the whole wide world. However, I like spicier wings than like Owen. I was surprised Ryan one time got like the fucking hottest wings known to man at like Ceedeez Garage maybe. I think it was when we were at Ceedeez Garage. It was like a group late at night. But he got one hot once, and I think I tried it, or maybe I tried the sauce or something, and it was like the hottest fucking thing known to man. I couldn't take it. And Ryan was just over there like, let's go. So, hey, kudos to you, Ryan. You are the only other one in contention. You got 2 or 3 that you have to get this week. But if your team blows up, you get a 65 bomb on the whole week. You get 2 or 3 zeros. I believe that you would conquer the challenge the easiest, because I've seen you take down some fucking hot wings. I'm like, not for like enjoyment. I'm not going to eat that shit for enjoyment. I'm not going to order it, spend $20 on fucking that. But I do love my Caribbean jerk. I like my hot ones, my spicier buffalo wings. Like I'm a big spicy kind ish. But I don't know, not terribly too scared about that. It's the 999. Since I've dropped so much weight, I've stopped drinking beer. I used to go right after college. It was a 30-pack a week. Then it went down to a 24-pack. And then it went to a 24-pack like once every week and a half, once every 2 weeks. If I pushed it, was like trying to push it. And went down to a 12-pack a week. And now we're at like a 6-pack a week if we buy a beer at all. So, I don't know, man. Losing weight, not feeling good. No, losing weight feels good, but having a drink doesn't feel great. Having to drink 9 beers. A year ago, me would have been like, let's go, bro. Tuesday, easy. Not really easy. I would have been hammered, but I would have enjoyed my time at a fucking ball game drinking 9 beers on somebody else's dime with some fucking hot dogs. I got my own strap for it. But fuck, dude, now I don't eat a ton. Drinking a ton. I don't know, man. It seems like it could be a little interesting of a situation. Might have to come out with some secrets. I don't know. Might have to get the secret way to beat this challenge, the 999 challenge. But I don't know. We'll see you in the next one, boys. Hopefully we'll make the next one a little shorter. It'll probably be the first one we see first, but if you've made it this far, this is hopefully the last portion of my presser. I'll probably do number 1 first, then I'll do this one second, and then I'll do number 3 third. I'll do number 3 first, Number 1 second, and this one last. So this will be kind of my last sign off. This one should be about 14, 15 minutes. Gonna be shooting for just under 25, 26 minutes. Who knows? We're getting extremely high in between each one of these videos. It's the first time we've done it. We're kind of trying to exploit the rules a little late in the season, see how well these things work. Because if we can just do random videos, I might just start drinking on fucking Sunday. Take a video of me drinking. Take a video of me drinking on Monday. And then just do a beer during my presser and then just mash it together. So we're kind of seeing how well this works, seeing if this is an acceptable strat. But if you made it 25 minutes into this fucking video, congrats. But other than that, happy holidays, and I'm hoping I don't lose the league outright. I think Ryan has a big chance of doing so. However, he might win, and he might get into the playoffs, so who knows? Peace out, boys and girls. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the week. Fuck that up. To the Nffl Week 12's Ceedeez Golden Penix presser. Yeah, so this is technically beer 3. Beer 3. You won't know that until you see the whole cut up of the video. We're trying something a little new this video, kind of a little late in the season, just figuring out how shit works. Maybe for next season, I don't know. Stepping up our quality. It's not gonna be any different quality. Actually, if anything, this is probably gonna be my shittiest quality video since like a couple years ago. Like I was on a couch or some shit. But yeah, so this is technically beer 1 that you guys are seeing, but this will be beer 3 for me. I'll explain it a little later in the video. First one, I drink 1 beer, talk for about 5 or 6 minutes. The second one, I drink 1 beer, talk for about 12, 15 minutes. I don't remember exactly how long. And then this one hopefully should be about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh. So, as always, sponsored by Kona Big Wave. Not really. I would love to be sponsored by Kona Big Wave. I would actually legitimately like to be sponsored by Corona, but Kona Big Wave is right up there as a number 2 all-time go-to beer. I feel like we're maturing. College was a lot of Busch, a lot of Miller. After college was a lot of Miller. We went through a Michelob Ultra phase for a second. Wasn't really that bad. It's more of a neutral flavor phase. I don't know if you heard that, but that was definitely a big-ass fucking boom. I actually don't know what the fuck that was. It's living in the hood for you. I don't know. Got our guns over here, so we're fine. But, wow, that took my whole train of thought away. That was a massive boom with a big-ass fucking bright light. Somebody's shooting off car bombs or something. I don't know. Weird. But we're doing something different. Drinking a couple beers. We've already had 1. Already had 2. That's what we've done so far. We're having our 3rd now. We did get a little long in the tooth on the last video, so we're going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter. Keep it under 10 minutes, make this video under 25, 30 minutes. But, I don't know, we've already talked so technically the 3rd video you guys are going to see, that's when I talk the most. Not necessarily about the team, but I do talk a lot about the team at the beginning. The first video you guys see is whenever I'm just using straight up memory. Talk about it in the 3rd video, which technically was the 2nd video. This is so confusing for me. We'll see if I even edit this fucking right. But yeah, this is number 3, beer 3, at least. We owe a little bit. Yeah, team's pretty shit. We're not gonna talk a lot about it. Team shit. We're focused on next year. I think this is about where we talk about other teams. We didn't do a ton of that. We talked about some other teams in a negative way, but I don't know, man. Mikey's got a solid team. Mikey's got a solid team. Jackson's got a solid team. I thought those two were probably going to be it for the championship for most of the season, but Owen's been bringing himself in there. And Jackson's kind of a dark horse. He's won like 5 or 6 of his last 5 or 6, games. So, doing really well. He pulled himself out of purgatory with me. He was right there with me for a hot minute earlier in the season. Nffl, never like to see him in the playoffs, but I like to see his heart broken every year, which is nice. I just don't want him to win any money. That's just selfish of me. That's my vendetta against him. But no, I don't think he's got, I haven't even looked at higher scores or anything like that. I think Mikey, Owen, and Jesse got that on lock. I don't think anybody can touch it, but I'd have to look back. To be honest, I don't really know. All I know is I have lowest score by quite a bit. Ryan's right there with me, but quite a bit. We've got a couple hundred on the next couple. Nick Garvey, who's 1 and 12, has like 400, 300 more points scored than me. So, I don't know. Bad team, got shit out of luck. Didn't have enough running backs. The wide receivers we stacked up, thinking we're going to have so many 10-plus wide receivers every week, which we kind of do, man. The sad thing is Juwan Jennings has had weeks where he's good. He's just not consistent. Pittman has pretty much was the most consistent wide receiver this entire season besides this last week. Quentin Johnson was fantastic early on. Brian Thomas Jr. literally never showed the fuck up. CeeDee Lamb was good, but that was only when he played. He was $14, $15 CeeDee Lamb. Not amazing, not great, not 25 plus. He wasn't Jamar Chase without his quarterback. Great. That's kind of what I was really hoping for. But didn't really pick. Pickens threw in some shit into there. But talking about me again, trying to drink a beer, get through this. Gonna be editing this thing up and doing some cool stuff. But I don't know. I'm really just trying to get through this shit. It's a fucking Wednesday night. There's literally nothing on. I'm watching 50 First Dates or some shit with Adam Sandler. There's nothing going on. It's so sad over here. Trying to get through these couple beers, but there it is again. What the fuck are these guys doing? The craziest part is I don't see anybody outside. So it makes me think it's not on my street, but if that's not on my street, that might legitimately be a car bomb. Not two. Somebody is throwing some fucking old school M80s in a gutter somewhere, like right down the street, because that shit is loud. No, the first one I saw a fucking flash. That one I didn't, but first one was a massive, big-ass flash, dude. It had to have been on my street or right over the house. That's crazy. Sorry, lost my train of thought again. Trying to make it under 10 minutes. It's not going to be there. It's just not going to be there. We're already at 28, 29 minutes anyways. Might as well fucking make it 30. Yeah, so you guys are kind of seeing this in ass backwards order. Didn't really talk very much in the first one. It's more just trying to drink a beer. I'm trying to get it under 4 or 5 minutes was my... What the fuck, dude? Somebody is legitimately throwing some fucking bombs outside. Okay. Well, we're going to hurry this up then. Not that I'm going to go anywhere. I'm going to go sit my ass on the fucking couch and go watch a fucking movie, but... Oh. This just feels weird facing windows. You guys can't see it, but I'm legitimately just facing windows right here. How about them Chiefs? How about the weather? That's what happens when you've already made 15, 20 minutes worth of content. You talked out for the night and you have to drink a little bit more of the beer and have nothing to say. I don't know. Like I said, we suck. Looking for next year. Can't even say I'm good in fantasy football this year at all, other than my work league. We clinched. I did not realize it was top 4 people. We were 3rd in the league. So this week actually is a playoff. So we're playing for 3rd and 4th or 1st and 2nd, depending on if we win or lose this week. So this will be fun. This should be pretty cool. First time ever doing it. I don't know what the fuck goes on if you win or you lose or whatnot, but I know first season I drafted for my team, we went to the playoffs. So I can be only happy about that. That league is way better than this one. Not league-wise, but I mean like player-wise. I've got Drake May, and I've got Josh Allen as my number 1 and number 2 quarterback. I've got Bijan Robinson. Not great this season as much as I thought it was going to be, but, pretty good. Derrick Henry, same story, but way worse. And then we've got Quentin Judkins. Here's the best part about our whole lineup. Rashee Rice, JSN. We got Kittle and Goddard. A little trend going on there. I was pretty high on those 2 guys this year. And then we've got Aubrey and Seahawks and Lions defense. So pretty solid. And it's a really short league, really small league. Only 8 teams, top 4 advance. We're at least in the top 4. So we've scored the 2nd most points. However, we had the 3rd best record. Technically tied for 3rd and 4th. So not amazing, not terrible. We've got, what was it? I think we're 8 and something, 9 and something. I think we're 9 and 4. 9 and 4. I think we're 9 and 4. So not amazing by any means, but not terrible. I mean, we dominated most of the weeks that we dominated, and then when we were like, this is a league where like if you score 120, you're probably winning. 130, you're not definitely winning, but you've got a really good chance. 140, there's a really high chance of winning. 150, you're totally winning. And then 150 plus is like you're winning highest score by a lot. Like I this past week we scored 165, and I think we beat our opponent by 75 points. So I think they scored like 91 points or 94 points, something like that. So we absolutely fucking dominated them. And that's kind of how it's been all season long. You're either in the top 4 or you're not in the top 4. And we had the tiebreaker on the top 2, which is nice. So we didn't have their record because they are, I think they're tied for 10 and 3 and we're tied for 9 and 4. I think is what it is. Whatever it is, we're tied. 1 and 2 are tied and 3 and 4 are tied. So not bad. Not great. Just another 35-minute video. Awesome. This is going to take like 3 hours to fucking upload. I didn't think about that. Okay. Note to self. Not that anybody's listening to this. Note to self, if you do these edit videos, just make one video beforehand where you talk about everything you need to. 5 minutes. Boom. Boom. Right? 5 minutes you talk about everything. And then if you're going to split up these videos, like I'm kind of testing the waters, just fucking take a shot. Would have been done in 5 seconds. And you can do it whenever you want. You can do it one Monday night, you can do one Tuesday night, you can do one Thursday night, or Wednesday night. And then upload on Wednesday night. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I'm kind of trying to figure out that like video. We've got multiple like Nick Garvey had fucking 5 shots in one night. And he took them all back to back to back to back to back. Took deep eddies, which is like taking Malibu. I could drink Malibu straight. Maybe not right now. Wow. A lot of my confidence comes from drinking, and I can't drink for shit right now. This is crazy. But, yeah. I don't know. Note to self. If you're going to drink beers, drink it during your talking portion of your press conference. Everything else should be shots. And you can split them up between the days. So 1 shot a night ain't going to kill you. It's barely going to get your night started. If anything, it's going to give you a little bit of confidence to fucking do whatever the fuck you need to do. I don't know. See you. On to the next. Technically number 3 in the video, but it's number 1 in your heart. So see you, boys.